My name is Catherine Leary. I'm the Executive Director for Redeemer's Center for Faith and Work. When I was living in California and running a high-tech company, I was blown away by the motivation and the enthusiasm that my 120 employees had to change the world. And I used to think, if churches had that kind of vision, I just can't imagine what God could do through that. It really was appealing to me that Redeemer was an entrepreneurial church and had tons of entrepreneurial people that could make a real impact in this city and beyond.
The time is right. What we see is just this movement, this desire of young people to make a difference, to make a change.
And if you believe that the world is broken and there's lots of needs that need to be met and the status quo isn't meeting those needs, entrepreneurship is something you get involved in.
So I had this seed of an idea that the church really could support entrepreneurship and took it to the first Entrepreneurship Forum. At that forum, we cast the vision and invited others to join in. Fortunately, we got a very, very enthusiastic response. From that, we formed a steering committee, and that steering committee committed itself over the next 12 months to creating this full-bodied entrepreneurship initiative. The Entrepreneurship Initiative includes the annual forum, the EI Network, the Entrepreneurs Fellowship, and the business plan competition. The thing that holds the entire Entrepreneurship Initiative together is the annual forum, the conference where we pull together investors and entrepreneurs and reunite around the vision and invite others to add into the vision.
My name is Sang An. I'm a venture capitalist. We invest in high-tech software, internet, and digital media companies. And we manage a small early-stage fund, about $300 million in size. I first got involved with the Entrepreneurship Initiative by being invited to the first Entrepreneurship Forum in the spring of '06. The radical idea that really sort of grabbed my attention at the Entrepreneurship Conference last year was this idea that entrepreneurship is part of the completion of cultural transformation.
My name is Laura Gaston. I'm a director at the American Bible Society. I'm also an adjunct professor of entrepreneurship at the King's College. I think one of the things important about the forum is the opportunity to mix with a group of people who are of similar mindsets, who have dreams and ideals and a focus on changing the world and having their organizations, whether they're for-profits or the arts or a not-for-profit, press the truth of Christian values into the communities that are around them.
Between forums, we're building a network of people, financial investors, as well as investors in time and talent, who pull together to support our entrepreneurs.
I think for the Redeemer congregation, one of the impacts, in addition to being encouraged by all these things, is that they have an opportunity to formally engage with the entrepreneur.
We're really out there by ourselves. And it's a really hostile environment. To have a group like this from the church that is outside of just friends and family, who's actually supportive, not only moral support, but tangible forms of support. It's really amazing. It's something we don't really get from anywhere else.
The Entrepreneurs Fellowship is a monthly or sometimes several times a month gathering of various entrepreneurs in our congregation so that they can educate each other, nurture each other, and we even hold workshops that help train them in specific areas.
When you're trying to create something, it's a very lonely process. You're kind of hanging out there by yourself, you're making all the decisions, you feel befuddled, you feel completely over your head, and it's really important to have somebody you can talk to about making those tough decisions that you have to make at those early stage.
I got involved about a year ago, actually, when I first started coming to some of the meetings they had. And I just thought the group was such a brilliant idea for a church to actually reach out and support entrepreneurs within the church, because they saw that business, like media, like the arts, business can have an influence on society. Business can impact the culture.
The business plan competition is very exciting. We put out a call for entrants and received 48 business plans this year in consideration for the grand prize, a very small amount of money, but really to be incubated within the congregation with the resources, the talent, the time, the support of people in our congregation.
My name is Bob Simmons, and I'm a private investor. I also sit on some boards, and I also teach a class called Private Equity Finance at NYU in the MBA program. And I basically spend most of my time working with small companies who are trying to grow into much bigger companies. You know, I'm kind of a business plan junkie. I've been reading business plans for 20 years. I've literally read thousands of them. And I really enjoyed participating as a judge in the business plan competition this year because I felt like I could maybe add some value to that. But in addition, it's just a process that brings you close to people that have new and wonderful ideas that need a little boost sometimes to get over the finish line with.
My name is Heather Anderson. I'm the president and founder of Blessed Nest. I design and we manufacture these products for moms and infants and their families, and we do it in a sustainable, eco-friendly way. There was a moment when I read the email from Calvin that I was a finalist, and what this means is that you have access to the practical and spiritual resources of Redeemer. And I let out this like, oh, okay, so this is it.
One of our hypotheses, one of our hopes is that if you provide these things, these specific things to entrepreneurs, that they would be encouraged to take the risks, and that we as a church would partner with them alongside and encourage them through this new venture formation process.
The young people in our community, they want to be engaged, they want to be entrepreneurial, they want to start their own ventures, they want to do something exciting and different.
I am so drawn to this initiative because of the kinds of people that are involved. I'm drawn to it by the possibilities that it presents to us, the idea that we're going to change perceptions of business and entrepreneurship and and hopefully Christianity within this New York business community.
I can envision 10 years from now when we've selected 3 or 4 or 5 ventures a year to nurture, to support, to bring along to success, that we'll really have been able to make an impact in this city and beyond.
We welcome your engagement, we welcome your commitment, we welcome your investment. It could be short-term or long-term, but gosh, you know, God has given us so much talent in this community, and we ought to use that talent to honor Him in this city.